Hey everybody, this is David at Homestead Hacks. What we're doing today, the pond is due for its yearly dyeing. And what we do, now reasons we do this is a rain-filled pond. So if you don't keep this thing dyed down to where the algae will grow on the bottom and float to the top, or where it allows any algae to grow. Now what this does, this shields it from the sun, and it keeps sunlight from getting down into your pond. Now, one way to tell if your pond's dark enough is to stick your arm down in the water up to your elbow and wiggle your fingers. If you can see your fingers, it's too clear. You do not want a clear pond. Unless you got a goldfish pond with a filter that you're just raising just goldfish and koi to show, a farm pond does not need to be clear. You will have huge problems with algae and growth. I've seen some ponds that were just nasty looking, and all they had to do was put in some of this pond dye right here, and it would take care of it. They got different kinds. I got this at Tractor Supply. This one's called Midnight Blue, and it doesn't take a whole lot. And I'll show you how it's very, very messy. You got to be extremely careful. I'm trying to do this while I'm recording at the same time. I'm probably gonna mess up. This needs to be full. This will be a pint. Let me show you what we're gonna do with it now. Okay, as you can see, look how muddy it is. It's really bad from all the rain. Like I said, this is rain fill. There's no spring, no stream running into it. So everything that it depends on is rainwater. I do pump a well in it in the summertime because it'll get so dry it would eventually run out. I have a well just right back behind, well, exactly where I was filming the dye. That is the well down. That's the cover on the well. So what we do, now the wind is blowing that direction. From here, it's going to carry the dye across the pond. You've got to be careful, and it's almost impossible not to get some of this on you. And what I do, I just put out a little bit in spurts like that. The majority of it will go on this side of the pond. The wind's blowing that direction, which keeps it away from me too. And that wind will carry that right across that pond. And if I put any, it'll be very little on that side. It goes a long ways. This stuff is so strong. This is non-toxic, by the way. This will not hurt your fish. If people start commenting this is harm, it is absolutely not harmful. Don't believe it. This is completely harmless to your fish. It doesn't hurt a thing. The only thing it does, if you notice, my pond has no algae. None whatsoever. None. Not the first bit. And I've seen ponds already here. March, what is today? I even lost what day it is. 18th maybe? 17th? But there's ponds already that have lots of algae on it. Now, one thing that you can do to prevent if you go to dig a pond is when you dig it, go deep fast. Don't put a slope where it's shallow on the edges and then it goes deep. If you do that, you're asking for a lot of problems with algae. When we cut this and made this, I wanted to drop it off really fast. And that keeps a lot of stuff from growing. It don't even have cattails in it. That end had cattails last year, and they never come back. Or year before last they popped up, and then last year they never come back. And I don't know if the conditions of it are just not suitable, but fish do excellent in here. They grow fast. Catfish, bluegill, a few bass. Now see, look across there. Look how that wind is pushing that dye across the pond. And I really don't even have to put in it because the wind's blowing so hard, I'm not even going to put any on that side. I'm going to put it all on this side and let it carry it all across. That way it'll keep away from me too, as well. So, put a little bit more right there. And what I'll do, I'll come back tomorrow and finish this video, and you can see how it looks. You got to watch this stuff will splash, and it'll get on your feet too. It's almost impossible to keep it from getting on you. Almost impossible. Okay, there's the last of it. Let me rinse out my jar. It cleans off the glass good. It don't absorb. Look there, the mason jars. It's clean. It don't stick to it. You can probably hear the wind see it in that sagebrush right there. Carrying it across. Look, it's almost halfway there already. So if you have a lot of wind, now if you got a day that's calm and there's no wind at all, then go ahead and spread it out evenly. But if you got any kind of wind, this is coming out of the south blowing up to the north, and put it on this side and let it go. It's supposed to be raining here in a little bit, and that you'll see. I'll finish the video in the morning. I'll come down here, rain or shine. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the video and show you how it's changed. So I'll see you then. Okay, we're back. You can see the difference in the color of the pond. It does look a lot better, but there was so much mud in the pond that it's gonna need another pint. Now this pond right here, just in case some of you are curious, it's about 90 foot long and about 45 foot wide. 4 foot deep at the deepest, or a little bit, maybe close to 5 foot. 4.5 foot on this end. It goes up to about 4 foot on that end. So overall, it's 4 1/4 probably average. So some of you can figure out how many gallons that is. But anyway, the wind's still blowing the same direction. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put more dye out. Just gonna spread it. Just like that. Got rid of all that paint. Gonna rinse out the jar again. Okay, now I'll give it another day. Then I'll come back and we'll film it again and see how it looks. Now normally, most of the time, that gallon jug that I bought, it was $45. And it does, there's probably enough there to do for 2 years. Because I don't know if I'll have to put any more in, but that will definitely last me about 2 years on that gallon. So say if I do have to put another, there's 2 pints in a quart, so there should be 4 quarts in there total. So if I got to use another pint in it to darken it up where I want, and then later on in the year I might have to go back with 1 more pint, so that would use half of it, and then I would have enough left to do for next year. Look how the wind's blowing again today, how it's blowing across already. And we'll come back again tomorrow and see how it looks. Okay, after 2 pints, it looks like this. It actually has kind of a green tint to it. It looks pretty good. I may let that settle down for a day or 2 and maybe put 1 more. And that would be 3 pints. And that would give me 1 more pint to do for the rest of the year. And then that'll treat all for next year. So that looks like a big difference if you see the before and after picture. That will shield the sun from coming in and growing algae. You won't see any algae in this pool. Here comes the ducks are running from the other side. But that's about it, folks. I just wanted to show and demonstrate how well this stuff works. Don't forget to click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Homestead Hacks.